Hello everyone, my name is Yunus Seytuncu. I'm an associate professor of mathematics, and I'm also the coordinator for undergraduate research at CASL. In this video, I will tell you a little bit about undergraduate research at the University of Michigan-Dearborn. We will talk about a couple of important ideas here. And overall, we want to try to answer the following question: what is undergraduate research and how we do it? All right. So let me tell you a little bit about undergraduate research. Undergraduate research is a high-impact practice. It is very similar to study abroad and service learning and internship. These high-impact practices are very important in addition to your regular curriculum and things you learn in classes. Doing a research program or study abroad or doing an internship, you can see how the things you learned in your regular classes are applied in real-life situations. And they've been highly valued by students on campus, and they play a really significant role in graduate school placements and also finding jobs. And undergraduate research is different than study abroad and service learning internship in different ways. They are similar in many ways, but they are different in some other ways. When you do research projects, then first you get a very high interaction with a single faculty member or a group of them, if it's a research lab with a group. This interaction is really important because in a way you learn how a researcher conducts research by working with them very closely and observing them, how they conduct their research projects, how they write papers, how they find good problems to work on, and so on. And while doing research, you feel an immersion. And you go into a single field and think about that for an extended period of time. And this immersion is also very important to get a good idea about that particular area of study. And once people do a research project, those projects usually lead to many other opportunities. So undergraduate research turns into many different forms after a couple of iterations. Some people complete a research project at their home institution, then they go ahead and participate in some other programs around the country. Some of them realize they want to go and study a particular field, or some other people realize that they don't like a particular field and they change their plans for future. All of these are very valuable outcomes when people participate in undergraduate research projects. All right, so how do you do undergraduate research? Of course, first you have to choose an area of study. This should be something you are keenly interested in. It doesn't have to be necessarily something popular or all the other people are getting or trying to get into. Try to find your own course. See what sounds interesting to you. And maybe you don't have a good idea of what sounds interesting to you, but don't be shy. Start from somewhere. Because as I said on the previous slide, that interaction with a single faculty member is extremely valuable, and you are immersed in a single field for an extended period of time. That will give you a really good experience about that field, and you will have a good judgment at the end of your research project whether you want to pursue a career, a study, or a graduate school program in that area or not. So once you choose your area of study, you need to find a mentor. When you have an undergraduate research project, you have to work with an experienced researcher, so you need a mentor. Sometimes you can arrange a mentor in an ad hoc fashion, or maybe you can participate in a more comprehensive program where you find a mentor following some more systematic ways. For example, maybe you are interested in a particular field, let's say natural sciences or psychology or a similar field, and there are some labs you see around the university, inside the building, you hear it from other people, you hear your professors are talking about them, then you can participate in a lab where you can have a more comprehensive and systematic research participation. Maybe you will take a capstone course. Capstone courses contain a significant amount of research, and you can have a hands-on experience in a capstone course. The university has a campus-wide SURE program that stands for Summer Undergraduate Research Experience. You can participate in SURE, and you can find a mentor and work on a particular research project over the summer. Or you can participate in some other programs called REUs, Research Experience for Undergrads. These are usually externally funded programs where you, again, work with a professor, with a researcher, and probably another group of undergrads like you. Also, in addition to opportunities on our campus, which are many different opportunities, you can also find similar activities at other institutions, especially our youth are usually they host students from different institutions, and in that sense you can gain different experience by participating in RU programs. Labs and capstone are usually on campus. SURE and RU programs are usually over the summer. I'd like to highlight that, especially with SURE and RU program, in addition to getting research done, you will also get paid. Depending on the size of the program and the duration of the program, you can get a stipend. In some cases, you can receive extra compensation for housing. You may have some travel funds to go to different places to present your research. So not only you are receiving a wonderful research experience working closely with some researchers and interacting with similar-minded undergraduate students, you can also receive stipends and other benefits. Once you find a mentor, once you choose an area of study, once you find a mentor or program, then you have to do a really good job with your research. This is not a trivial piece of the puzzle. Actually, this might be the most important part. You have to dedicate yourself for either semester, year, or summer long and work extensively on a single project, immerse yourself into it, have a good feeling about that, put the pieces together, and complete your research. You don't have to know what research is at the beginning. Because remember, this is all about experiencing research, and it will be your mentor's job and your team's job, or the program's job, or the particular class you are taking to show you how to conduct research in that particular area. Of course, there are some standard ways of conducting research in all areas, and you will definitely hear about these when you participate in a program, but unique to your particular area of study, you will learn different tools of research. And that is part of the experience. So you don't have to necessarily know how research is conducted, but you will learn. And you have to put all your effort and 100% into that to have a wonderful experience and immerse yourself into that program. As I said, some research experiences will be semester long, some can be year long, some can be over the summer, or some can be just years. Especially in a lab setting, when you participate in a research program in a lab, you can start as an inexperienced researcher, but as the years go by, you will learn more and more, and at some point you will even mentor incoming undergraduate researchers, and you will share your experiences with them. All right, so you have an area of study, you have a mentor or a program, you are doing good research. Is that it? No. You also have to disseminate your results. This is also very important. This is the part you write papers, or you can write reports. And quite important to that, you have to participate in conferences and you have to present. There are many different venues for you to present. For example, the College of Arts, Science and Letters every year organizes a showcase for CASL students to talk about their research projects. In addition to that, SURE program has an annual showcase where participants of the SURE program talk about their projects. Lots of RUs, they conclude their programs with a local conference where people present again on their findings. In addition to these local programs, there are many national programs, and you will learn more about those programs from your mentors. But also keep an eye on this part of the research experience, and even if your mentors don't bring it up, make sure you bring up how to disseminate your results, participate in undergraduate conferences, present in front of as many as people you can, in front of especially different audiences, not only people experts in your area, but presenting your research in front of novel audiences will be really beneficial for your future too. Make sure you write a report, and who knows, maybe your report will turn into a paper that appears in a peer-reviewed publication, which will make you a published author. All right, so as you see, undergraduate research is a very comprehensive, very fun experience. It is one of the high-impact practices like study abroad, internships, and service learning. So make sure you take benefit of undergraduate research while you are on campus. If you want to learn more about undergraduate research opportunities, please feel free to reach out to me or any of your professors, instructors on campus. They will be more than happy to share their research experience with you, and they will be more than happy to guide you correct resources. All right, so this was my quick introduction to undergraduate research, and in a little bit, I will interview one of our graduates, Jamie, from now at Stanford University. She will tell us about her undergraduate research experience and how it shaped her future plans. Hello again, everyone. This is Yunus Seytuncu, Undergraduate Research Coordinator for CASL, and today we have Jamie joining us from Stanford University. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Yunus.
I'd like you to introduce yourself to our audience first, Jamie.
Sure. Well, my name is Jamie Jeffries, and I'm from Michigan and went to the University of Michigan-Dearborn. I graduated in 2017 with a degree in microbiology and a minor in Hispanic studies. I'm currently a PhD student at Stanford University, and I'm in my 4th year. There, I'm in the molecular and cellular physiology program, and I work in Lynette Cegelski's lab, and we study bacterial biofilms, and our work is right at the interface of chemistry and biology.
Thanks, Jamie. That sounds really exciting. Everyone, Jamie has completed many research projects on campus and off campus. She has done even a project with me in mathematics. So Jamie, can you tell us a little bit about your undergraduate research experience before you started graduate school?
Sure, yeah, I have 3 main undergrad research experiences. So the first one was in the chemistry department. I worked with Dr. Krisnu Bandyopatye. And that I began in freshman year, actually, in the 2nd semester. And that was the work that I carried really throughout my undergrad career. But I also had 2 other research experience for undergraduates, or REU programs, that I was a part of. And then in sophomore year, I should say after sophomore year, I did a mathematics REU with Yunus, and this was at U of M Dearborn. And after that, I went to my first conference and was able to present a poster there. So that was really exciting. And then the following summer, I did an REU at the University of California, Berkeley. And so it was my first time living in California for the summer. And there I did biological research. And I also learned a lot about the application process for graduate school. And that led right into my senior year, where I did a lot of applications. And I went to my first national conference at the first semester of senior year, and then sort of finished off my undergraduate research career at the American Chemical Society National Conference.
That's great, Jamie. Wonderful. So as someone talented and with lots of opportunities ahead of you, how do you think research programs, research experience helped you to shape your plans for future?
They were vital for shaping basically the path that I took after undergrad. When I started undergrad, I wasn't sure which path I would want to take. I considered maybe medical school or maybe grad school too, but didn't know much about what it meant to do research. And so having 3 different experiences and 3 disciplines, really, chemistry, math, and in biology, that it helped me not only discern that, I would like to do graduate school instead of med school, but also what field I would like to pursue. I have varied interests of the evidence and the experiences that I did, but that really helped me to kind of hone in on what is the most prominent interest and to pursue that.
That's great. Now, part of your research program at Stanford University, you're part of a lab too. Do you guys have undergraduate researchers with you in your lab?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we have 3 different undergraduate researchers in the lab, and they usually are paired with graduate students, and sometimes have an independent project too. And I actually got to mentor a student a couple summers ago now, and that was a great experience. And I'm hoping to have another one for the upcoming summer. That would be great.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Jamie. So finally, do you have any advice for freshmen on campus in terms of undergraduate research and research participation?
Yes, my biggest piece of advice is try it. And don't be afraid to say yes to opportunities. So even if you're not sure, or I should say, even if you are not familiar with the subject matter, go for it anyways if you have an interest, because you'll learn along the way, and the professors and mentors that you'll have, they'll help you. They want you to learn. They want you to succeed. So try it.
Thanks, Jamie. Good luck with your studies at Stanford University. Congratulations with your first publication. We hope to hear again from you. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.